Anyways, Mindy, so you Darvish, who struggles on the road here. Philly Sanchez, hey, Chris Sanchez is going to be making starts right now if he continues like this. There's no reason to take him out of the Phillies rotation. Phillies are red hot. They were red hot. We're back on the job here. Who's going to get hot? That's the key over the next couple months. So the Phillies they're that team right now. They're kind of the flavor of the week, one of the flavors of the week. The Padres are stale bread.
Stale old bread. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what this little bit of time off does for the Padres, right? They went in just sweeping the Angels, right? I think, and then the Phillies just lost a couple there to the Marlins, and now they match up against each other. But I think I am going to go ahead and take the Phillies here today, and it's going to be due to that pitching. I've tried you, Darvish, a couple times. I really like you, but he's out there just. I don't know if it's not getting the run support or just having issues. I'm going to go with Sanchez here today. And the Phillies, that's what I'm doing. I know Christopher Sanchez has a little bit of a smaller sample size via the innings, but like you said, as long as he keeps it up, should be okay.
No. I mean, we don't have a lot of, it's just that he's going to be in there right now. I mean, he got his chance and he's looked really good, so he's going to continue to be in there right now, starting games. Even though he's 0-2, they've won three out of those 5 starts. So, yeah, I like that celebrity game too. Ziggy, I just missed it. What was I doing? I've been watching the World Series of Poker all week. Hours and hours of watching.
I did watch some of that over the weekend too, or the time off. It was fun to watch.
They had it on YouTube. I subscribe to that poker channel, so I don't know if you do. I get
no, it was fun for me. Just had it on. I don't subscribe. No, just had it on.
Well, yeah, I know, because YouTube did several hours a day, and then they cut to the Poker Go. We have to have a subscription, but I just watch. It's literally 10 hours of coverage. I'm probably watching too much of it, but I enjoy it. They're almost to the final table. That's just the old dealer, the player. I still play. Okay. Hello to Jay Smoove. Ziggy says Summer League's a crapshoot. It's like literally my best sport, but yeah, Ron, it wasn't exhausting. You were just making excuses. No reason for him to even play those 2 games, other than it's a great marketing thing. Let's face it. And I think we didn't get a chance to comment on the second game, Mindy, because we went on vacation, but pretty darn good, right? So everything's pretty on target for this guy after 2 whole games. So look at some of these comments. I'm trying to get to the picks here. Jay's on the Phillies. Blake's on the Phillies. And we have a lot of pent-up energy. You can tell by my excitement today. This is exciting for me. This is me excited. Phillies. Everybody's on the Phillies. I better take the Phillies. Padres under. Here's a one. So it's a tarp, says Solo. Why is the line so? I mean, I don't even know what I'm looking at. So you tell me. The Padres are favored. Why are the Padres favored? Right? Is that, or am I supposed to be saying the Padres? No, we're taking the Phillies, Mindy. No doubt about it. I mean, come on. The Padres, the organization. The Padres' death trap in their whole team history. If anybody follows them is when they make the. Now, travel's different nowadays, but whenever they go do like Phillies, Mets, Montreal, or whatever, now it's Washington, and that's how long back it goes. That's just always been the doom to their terrible play, is going back in those cities now. Yeah, maybe if they're going to get together, this would be the one. All right, let's take the Phillies. I'm not taking the Padres. Let's take the Phillies here as a consensus and get the second half start. All right. Giants and Pirates. Stripling here on the road, $1.25. 9/20 going up against Rich Hill.
I'm going to go ahead and take these pesky Pirates here today, and Rich Hill. That's kind of where I'm going here. It's gonna be based off of starting pitching today. I have Rich Hill here. He's doing more strikeouts per 9, 8.1 compared to 7.8. less walks. He does have the better ERA, gives up less long balls, only 1.2 per 9 compared to Ross Stripling, 2.2 per 9 there. So yeah, I'm going to go with Rich Hill today and the Pirates. Looking for them to get off to the hot start here.
All right. I actually want to play the Pirates as well. I think we're probably going to be, I don't know, it feels like we might be alone. Are there going to be anybody on the Pirates with us? I do want to take just because both starting pitchers are struggling, and maybe the Giants bullpen is better. But if we're going to look at a home dog here, I'm ready to roll on. I'm ready to start considering a few. Pittsburgh doesn't feel like the best home dog, but I'm gonna take him with you here, at least in this one. And let's see, Jay's gonna be on the Giants. Ziggy says go under. I almost feel like we might see these pitchers start off the second half, despite their poor. I think they'll be better than what is. Let me see what I had for the notes. Stripling, 6.66 ERA in his last 6 starts. Oh wow, that sounds scary.
6.66.
But
Goodness,
anyway,
look out.
I think Stripling will perform better than a 6.66 ERA. Hill, a 7.36 ERA in his last 5 starts. I think he'll be better than that. How could you not be? But still, Ziggy on the over, Brett on the over. So maybe I'm leaning under, but it'd be hard to get a premium out of it. Hill, reliable, yeah, that he goes out there and pitches. I don't know. He actually has been dominant against the Giants in his career, but we know he's on the downside. It's all about the over, Mindy, for everyone in the chat. But I'm a little worried about that. If it goes to 9.5, that's going to be a buy sign for me. I promise you that on the under. Anyways, here's some Pirates. Hangers here today, first 5 money line. And is McClanahan going to make the start? Okay, great. And Kay will be on the under here. She'll be, I'm leaning that way. Okay, but let's take the Pirates and go 2 for 2.
Let's do it. I like it. This is a good start. Good start. Feeling good about it.
The Marlins and the Orioles, they're 2 teams that could use a little momentum going into the second half. They were hot, or I think they're kind of the same trajectory, kind of. They both started out gangbusters and then tailed off a little bit of late. Maybe the Orioles have held their form I don't know. But no doubt here you have Kramer, who started off hot. He's gone down. And Sandy, his ERA is slowly getting lower, but real slow.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's done decent as of late, but he's the one, man, he's given up like 6 runs a game. It's just so unlike him. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can get it here together. We know the Marlins have been playing decent, but I kind of feel like the Orioles team is the one in position here to get things done, right? They're finally getting Mountcastle back. I think that really changed the whole dynamic of that Orioles team without him in there. So we're going to go ahead and I think get back to the Orioles and their bats. That's what I'm looking for today. I'm going to take the Orioles here in this one.
Okay, Mindy on the Orioles here at home. They are favored currently. What I say, $1.25. Brett's got a cape. Oh, look at that. Well, we got some conflicting information right away from Brett.
Over under. Yeah, right.
Like
challenge Brett versus Jared.
Yeah, that's not a challenge. I mean, the comments are right here, right next to each other. Even the same color, the random color. I don't know.
Generator.
I'm going to go to the AI thing and ask it.
The Chat GPT.
Chat GPT. And you can't ask people. I mean, people are like, how come you can't type in who's going to win the game into Chat GPT?
Yeah.
It's not going to, we don't know. All right. I'm going to, at 8.5, look at that, 8.5 over. Oh, boy, I still want to go over, I think. Kramer hasn't gone over in any of his last 6 starts. The Orioles have gone over in 11 of their last 18 games. Miami's gone over in 6 of their last 8, and Sandy's gone over in 9 of his last 12. Going over in this one with the Marlins and the Orioles. I liked all those, and I was like, man, I'm gonna give this one a try if I can get it at an 8. Heavily juiced 8, no chance. So I'm just gonna go over on the show. The Jays on the over. He already said it.
Give it a few years. AI sports book. Matt, he said, give it a few years. There'll be an AI sports book.
Yeah, but Elon Musk told some people in China that AI was going to take over the country. I don't know. Okay, and we can't. And I just want.
We feel at it, right?
Well, while I'm speaking of Elon, I'm not on Twitter right now, and I don't know what's happened. You can't post from like some alternate sources, so we're not on Twitter right now, or on Tony's Picks Twitter. So I'd say if Tony didn't, I'm just mentioning that because it's not working on Twitter. We did get a few viewers from there. I didn't put it on my Twitter, but that's because I retweeted it. Sending it out from the software here, there's still a problem with some aspects of Twitter. Surprise, surprise. Okay, let's move on. Mindy's on Baltimore. I'm on the over.
Right.
Diamondbacks and Blue Jays here. Mindy in this one. So we're not, I think it is Bassett. I feel pretty confident there, but I don't think it's actually listed. I don't think the line is listed at any of the books unless it's just coming up. So
anything.
Yeah, and I don't think that line is going to be right either. I mean, it's certainly going to be way lower than that. It's going to be like, I would imagine, Toronto won. I'm going to take this off. It's not accurate at all. Has anybody seen any line? I'm going to say 130, Mindy, 135, 140. Do you know anything about the Diamondbacks?
I have not
other than just give us a handicap. Help me out.
Well, it's again, I don't have a lot of information. Perhaps maybe a ERA in each of these guys. For Arizona, we got 5. Right. So Nelson looks like he's a 5.19. Here Bassett 4.19. You still have the Diamondbacks here. This team scoring 5.46 runs a game, and you have the Blue Jays only 4.27. So who's going to stay hot? Is it going to be this Diamondbacks team? I think so. I think they're in there. I'm going to go ahead and take the Arizona Diamondbacks here today.
All right. Mindy says take the Diamondbacks in this one. Let's see what the chat has to say. I think I like the Diamondbacks. I just wish I knew what the line was.
Right.
I'm pretty good on this. I feel a little bit perplexed. Like, am I wrong? I mean, I kind of wanted to make it lower. I kind of wanted to make it 120 or so because I like the Diamondbacks so much. And that really is how we should probably be looking at this game. So Brett's on Arizona. Jared's got some bad weather. We might need to know where he's at.
Yeah. I see a lot of spots for drizzle today in the United States there as well.
It's a heated
battery. You're sitting at what, 130 in Phoenix, something like that?
Yeah, it was 111 here yesterday. I'm not quite used to that. 100 or so, but So Jared's got some horses for you, Mindy. Yesterday was opening day at Saratoga. I know that's something I did. I watched Saratoga yesterday. That's something I love. 175. Wow. Okay. Oh, man. Let's take care. I'm going to trust Paul here. I put 180 up there initially, so I must have been looking at something. I'm trying to think of where I was, because I was just typing it in. I wasn't even paying attention, or one of those things where I'm typing the line for that game, for the games, and then So I don't know. I obviously wrote down. So I'll take Arizona with you. I think that's crazy. I'm not saying you're crazy, Paul. If you've seen one said no one's saying anything, and I think the line should probably be much lower. So for I put $1.80 on the screen originally. I saw something. I'm trying to remember, Mindy. It was only a few hours ago. But
Yeah,
if he thinks it's going to be one, I'm just going to leave that number right there. But let's take Arizona, and if it's that high, for sure, I want that value, big time. All right, not much comment. I was hoping for some more comments on that, the line or something. Ziggy said Blue Jays are 180. Do you guys
really?
do you agree with that, Mindy? Do you agree? Do you guys in the chat agree with that?
Like I said, I don't have
I mean,
anything.
I'm
I
not
haven't
saying
seen
they're
them.
wrong. Okay, don't no, don't
I mean,
look
I
it
think
up.
that's just good for us. If they come out 180, we're getting what, plus 140?
Yeah,
So,
and no, don't get me wrong. I saw that too somewhere because I typed it in. I'm trying to think of, I use like 5 different sources.
yeah.
And I mean, you talk about consensus lines. Too much juice. I think that's what Jared. It just feels to me like it should be. I keep wanting to lower the line. I mean, when I saw that 180, and I immediately
You
with
like
you just
that.
said like what right. I'm like, oh no, it's gotta be
Yeah.
140. I'm like, you know what? No, it's gotta be like 130, 135. Now I'm feeling like it should be 120. I
And
want to
these
be
guys
on.
are saying 180, yeah.
Well, maybe I just don't want. Maybe I'm scared the Padres are going to fall behind all these teams. Let's take
Uh,
Arizona.
all right.
All right. I'm going to peek one more time. Yeah. DraftKings 175, 9/20 on my
Okay.
odds screen, but none of the other books have anything listed. So we'll see. I mean, DraftKings, look, they might be the biggest book around, and um, I don't know. See if it stands the test of time. Stock isn't bad. Okay, Fernando, Arizona. Jared on the D-backs. All right, we'll take him, Mindy, because if everybody thinks it's 175, 180, that's too high. The Dodgers and Urias, Mets, Verlander. Supposed to be good pitching matchup, but these guys have been a little bit disappointing. Verlander's been okay, but doesn't get much run support. Dodgers on the road here. $1.25, 8.5 under 20.
Yeah, I mean, it's more for me, like Urias has not been good. And so suddenly I think he's gonna, turn that around. Not really. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Verlander and the Mets here. Need the Mets to pick up their batting, like you said. We're not getting as much run support as we normally do. But I do like the Mets bullpen here as well. They've been playing a little bit better. I'm going with the Mets today. There, I'll help you
Yeah,
out, Ramon, with that Padres team right there.
yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully, I'm gonna take a look, and I'm gonna go over in this one at 8.5. It seems a little bit high. I like the over. I was thinking it maybe on name recognition that it would come a little bit lower, so I'm gonna give it out on the show. Um, I was hoping. And here's another game where I was, thought maybe it'd be 8 over, but it's 8.5. So I'll go over in this one. Urias has gone over in 4 of his 5 starts on the road. The Dodgers went over in 9 of their last 11 before the break. The Mets were definitely trending a bit to the under here, but yeah, you got to. Maybe the Dodgers bullpen has gotten, I don't know, still like a 4.4 ERA in the bullpen. Here come the comments from the chat.
All right, what do we got?
Oh, Ziggy's looking on Action Network with the MLB odds. Okay, I got you. Ron here
Ooh,
says
really
Dodgers.
likes the Dodgers.
What's that, Mindy?
I said he really likes the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah, taking them on the run line here. So over here, I'm going over. Yeah,
I like
look,
the over.
well, Urias and Verlander. Guess I just like old. Well, Julio's not old, but he hasn't. Yeah, Solo says looked better last start. Still a 9.75 ERA in his last 3 starts. Verlander just a 1.96 ERA in his last 3 starts. So maybe that Mindy talked about. I mean, Verlander's a whole run better in his ERA than than Urias right now. So, anyways, I'll take the over. Mindy's on the
I
Mets.
like it, Ramon. I like it.
I'm going to give the Dodgers a chance. So is Mike. So is Kay. It's a little bit mixed in the chat, anyways. So, and now the Brewer. Oops. Nope. Not yet.
Not yet?
Here come the Brewer. No, I hit the wrong other game wrong.
Gotcha.
But boy.
Oh, there I just saw it pop up. Gotcha.
Mindy, how about this? How about this for a exciting series coming out of the break? I mean, this is very, very important. Key here for these two teams, given their records, given their standings in the wild card, might need to win this division in order to make the postseason. I guess the total's 20 there. I have it, but actually it's 10. Guess I just hit the wrong key. Talk about not looking when you're typing it in. Maybe the total's 10. It is 10. Brewers, though, a road favorite here with Corbin Burns, minus $1.20, the total 10.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here of 10. And that's basically going to be is that Corbin Burns, I feel like he's been doing a lot better. Ashcraft has been performing a little bit better than his numbers here as of late. And the Brewers bats, they've been struggling a little bit. They're averaging a run less than this Reds team. But again, I feel like they're going to have a little bit of trouble versus Burns here overall. Ashcraft, he has to keep the walks to a minimum here in order to keep this one down. I think that's going to happen here today. So going under the big total of 10.
Well, yeah, I mean, these two starters certainly have been sharp. Burns, a 2.77 ERA in his last two games, won them both, though. And Ashcraft, 1.42 ERA in those last two starts before the break. So both pitchers were doing well. We know Ashcraft has had
issues.
it's a big ERA. Yeah, okay, issues. But still, he goes out there every fifth day or whatever we're doing nowadays. And gives them an honest effort. So a lot of run support, but Reds are just 1-5 in his last 6 home starts. Burns should be considerably better. I'm going to take a look at this pitching advantage here, I think, for the Brewers on the road, and I'm going to take the Brewers at $1.20, maybe even it's about $1.20. Look, the Reds, they might have been the most talked about team during the All-Star break, if you will. It feels like everybody wanted to give them a big chance, and everybody loves Ellie. And, hey, we all love this guy. All right, let's see what the chat has in this one. I would think it's going to be a mixed bag.
Right.
Ron's on the Reds. Panger started out with a bunch of Reds here. Hi, Darren. How are you? Good to see you. And then it came back on the Brewers. So, okay. Well, we're definitely on Arizona, Paul. Forgive me for, I'm supposed to be a good handicapper, odds maker even. I guess I'm just way off in that one. Okay, a little mixed bag here, but looked like at the end all the people started coming on Milwaukee there. Solo going against you a little bit there, Mindy.
Yep.
Ashcraft, high ERA, says.
That is true.
Yeah. Well, that was, he got blown up in that one. 10 runs in 4 innings.
Yeah.
So.
Who was that, the A's?
No, I'm talking. He pitched against Milwaukee on June 3rd.
Oh, okay.
So that definitely affected it. Good, Tom. Great to have you. Or me. Or am I alive and breathing? Ready to go. So, okay. All right, Mindy is on the under, and I'm on the Brewers in this one. Let's continue on with the White Sox and the Braves. A little bit of a mismatch here. Braves 250, 9.5 under 20.
Yeah, it is probably a little bit of a mismatch here, but I'm still going to go ahead and take the White Sox on the
Oh,
run line. I just kind of base this off of what the run lines have looked like for each of these teams, right?
mhm.
White Sox 32-26 says underdogs getting the run and a half, and the Braves are a little bit underwater, 37-40. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and take the White Sox here today, Ramon.
Seems a bit sophisticated considering the Braves are doing what they're doing right now.
Right?
60-28. Uh, look at that roster. Look, Morton's out there. We could have our criticisms. He's still got a 3.43 ERA. He's won his last 4 starts. So Atlanta's lost just 6 of their last 34. They're playing 667 ball at home. And I'm going to go over that. There's some definite. Kopech goes under a lot. He's gone under in 10 of his 12 starts. But I'm actually was looking at this. 9.5 does bother me, but I was still probably going to use it as a premium. I mean, it is 9.5 under 20. I definitely could have bought it to 9 over, but I like it over. It probably would have I think even at this price was going to make a premium for me over in this one. So we'll see. Is Robert's? Was he injured in the All-Star game? That's what they said. I think he will be missing this game um, with that calf injury. So there's another thing, another um, ding on the home run derby. Right, he got injured. So Kopech, this is a return for Kopech actually off of a injury rest as well, but he still had a 3.7 ERA in his last 6 starts. I'm going to end up going over in this one. Mindy will take the White Sox on the run line. So will Ziggy. Solo's going to take him on the money line, but Luis is going to lay it. Ron says Morton records the win. And Mike Allison on the Braves. Darren says lay 2.5. Fernando lays the run line. Dre's laying the run line. Bionics laying the run line. You knew they would, Mindy, but I respect your opinion in this one. White Sox, we'll see what they have in store.
They got to play the game, Ramon. We'll see.
Okay, here we go with. Yeah, I mean it's too easy, right? Otherwise, why wouldn't they? I think the line still is 40 cents, maybe 40 cents too high on the Braves, but that's just because I'm very conservative on some of those big prices when it starts to get out of control. I want to find some dogs. Guardians and Rangers here with 2 pretty good starters, Savali and Gray. And Gray minus. Oh, he's down to $1.35, 8.5 over 20. So here's a little bit of a move.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like Cleveland was playing pretty well here right before the All-Star break. And Gray has dropped 3 straight starts here. And I think sometimes the Rangers tend to struggle after their big start of the season. So for me, I'm going to take the Guardians here. Here's a little bit of an underdog for you. We'll see if you agree, but I like the Guardians here today.
All right, Mindy says take the Guardians. I think they were another team getting a lot of talk coming out of the break, if you will. They have, in ERA terms, it doesn't matter. They've got a great bullpen, one of the best bullpens in the league. They have a lower ERA right now than the Yankees, but just by a notch or 2. It doesn't matter. I mean, ERA is just a stat. But those teams still, they're the teams that have the best bullpens right now. And let's see what the chat's doing here. Look, Cleveland. All right. Here's Luis on Cleveland. Thomas, without looking, Cleveland. I don't know what that means, but again, you got Savali, you got a 2.5 ERA. Gray, Yeah, he's definitely struggled. He's been saddled with the loss in 4 of his last 5 starts. Texas have winning the break, losing 8 of 11, while the Guardians had won 6 of 9. Sean's on Cleveland here, but Ziggy says he's got the Rangers here. Yeah. And I'm going to have another over here, actually. Oh, Paul, Paul aren't clicking today.
Right.
He just said, right as I said that, his comment popped up right on my screen, but I'm going to go over.
You're like,
I will say this, though, on Paul's behalf, is the widely reported steam has come in on the under in this game. It really didn't move it that much. I mean, it's still 8.5. And look, we know Cleveland, their problem is offense. If they're going to get it going, they're going to need more offense. And we all made fun of Cleveland in the first half and their offense. So they've gone under in 5 of their last 7. Gray's gone under in 5 of his last 6. I mean, I'm bucking trends here. Paul, all the trends are in your favor, sir, in this game. I'm just taking over. I'm just taking the over. Remember, the Texas bullpen has been they're at home at least, but they still have a 4.5 ERA. Fernandez is on the over. So maybe Thomas, I might be on the tech, but it is pretty high. These are the type of favorites you want to be a little bit weary of, especially Cleveland's the hotter team. Mindy's on them. I'm on the over. All right. The Red Sox and the Cubs. Trying to think of what they said. Some stat. The Cubs won a World Series before they ever won in Yankee Stadium.
Oh, really?
They recorded a win against the Yankees. So remember how long it was for the Cubs from before they finally won the World Series, and they won in Yankees. Did I get that right? I'm trying to think of. Anyways, here's a Red Sox and Bello, and Cubs and Hendricks.
Well, I think I got to take Bello today. He's been tough to score against, to say the least. I think it's been something like he's held his last 5 opponents here to 7 combined runs. And then you have the Cubs team that was coming in to a July not so well. It could be due to some injuries, like Swanson was out. Maybe a little bit of Bellinger still having issues. But in July so far, they were only hitting 225. And again, it's Boston, the one that's been hot, 316 batting average there. On the other side, averaging 6 runs a game. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Red Sox here on the money line.
All right, Mindy says take the Red Sox here, and I'm going to agree with Mindy and take the Red Sox here on the road.
Here we go.
Yeah, with Bayo. I think I've said it.
I feel like I need to turn on YouTube so I don't get it wrong.
Well, I think it is Bayo. Here, but at 1.82 ERA in his last 5 starts, put some respect on his name. Red Sox 9-5 in those starts. Hendricks has been a winner too. He hasn't been as sharp of late, but the Cubs are 6-3 in his 9 starts. Cubs have lost 6 of their last 7 at home heading into the break. Red Sox, of course, came in to the break hot, having won 8 of 9. Sometimes all-star break gets in your way a little bit. Socks for CTG, socks for Bionic, socks for Ziggy. Politican is here and says under. Luis is on Boston. Michael Thompson, a couple minutes early. Nerfy here for Darren. Cubs have scored in the first inning in 28 of 89. Hendricks is allowed a run in the first inning in 3 of 9 starts. The Red Sox have scored a run in the first inning in 27 of 90, while Bayo has allowed a run in the first inning in 3 of 14 starts.
Odds are for you for the Nerfy there.
Okay. I'll just read it. You calculate it. I'll just read it because I Paul. Yeah. Well, again, and there you go. Right. Thank you. Because look at the total there, 9/20. What do I have the total currently listed at? Because I'm starting to show a 9/30 right now. So, do we have? Do you guys have the weather report? Do I got to go get it? Doesn't matter. We've made our play. We're on the red. We're on the Red Sox. You guys are. Panger says go under the 9, and I'll update it there and put. Let me at least pop it up there to show you guys. I think I'll call it 9/25, but the next stop might be 9.5. I'd have to think that they're without looking.
Without looking.
It's blowing a little bit out. What? With these two pitchers, both starters are good. I'll say 8 to 12 miles, 8 to 10 miles an hour. I don't know. I don't want to spend time looking it up right now. If you guys are ready to move on, Mindy and I are on the Red Sox. So
all right, let's go.
mm-hmm. Rays and Glass now. Royals and Marsh. So the Rays getting good news, I guess, on some of these pitchers coming back. I thought they had another one coming back too, other than McLean. I'm trying to think. But here you do have another massive favorite, 275 here, 9/15. The total's gone down maybe 10 cents.
Yeah, I know Ron wanted to challenge me, but that is just not in the cards today, Ron. I mean, with the Royals team, you just have to pick them in certain spots. This is not the one today with Marsh. He's 1-15, 7.32 ERA. He's just not good. And then you have the Rays team that were really cruising until they ran into the Phillies and the Braves. So I think it's going to be all Rays today. I'm going to take them here on the run line.
All right, Mindy says take Tampa Bay, lay the 1.5. In this one, yeah, Marsh, all these we're going to see more. We're going to see more Royals pitchers, I think, moving forward.
Right. I mean, why not? Give them a chance.
Yeah. See a slight move to the under here in this one. That's the direction I'm going to go. I don't think you're wrong, Mindy, on the and it might even be
valuable. That would be a big score. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, well, again, you still have to lay like $1.70 or something.
That is true. That is true.
Nothing that I'm necessarily. And here's the thing about some of these wild favorites. Yeah, maybe the Raider. Maybe you guys agree. Let's see what the chat says. Maybe you all agree. These are the spots where the two. Now there I see Darren says lay 2.5 with the Rays. I was thinking about going the other way. And
oh no, Ramon, the Cardinals.
Taking a little 2.5. Ziggy's on lay 2.5 also. So, look at Paul says, look at that, a 90% chance of rain in that game. So, that's big time. Bionic says run line for the Rays. So there's no doubt everyone's all over the Rays here.
Right.
The Rays are, hope you guys know the Rays were definitely a bit in struggle mode.
They were, right? Like I said, it was Phillies and Braves. Other than that, they were kind of cruising.
Yeah. They lost 7 of 8 heading into the break. So, Paul, well, that's got Mindy, are you checking out YouTube right now? Paul said we're frozen on his end, so.
No, we're fine on my end. Okay. I'm watching. We look good, as usual.
I was going to tell you actually, maybe for me, but I was watching the. This is nothing to say on it. I was watching the StreamYard town hall, and they said there's going to be a button like in the next week or two where like on some of those filters on like the Snapchats or.
We could.
There's like going to be a filter on this program we use. We actually can grab in a bad day, like.
I can clear my
people on my head or something. I think I can like. I'll look just a little bit blurred.
Maybe a unicorn horn or something. It'll be fun.
All right, thanks, Paul. Funny. That was funny. You said that. It made me think of that. I was already looking for it this morning, and they said they weren't sure what day it was going to roll out. So, look, a lot of Rays support here. I'm going to take the under. I don't want to lay $1.75 or whatever it is, laying a run line. I get it. Even the Royals, yeah.
Easy money, Ramon. Easy
Well,
money.
it's not like they lost 9 of their last 13 into the break, but that's normal, right? I mean, that's about
Well, I mean, they're still challenging the A's for the worst team, so it's going to be close. Who gets it?
Yeah. MLB draft this past week. I don't know if anybody got into that too much.
Well, I mean, the Pirates got a good pick, right?
Yeah,
Maybe we'll see how it
you
goes.
never know. Baseball's the biggest. Well, baseball's
Question mark.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Baseball is crazy.
I
I
always
think
think it's funny, because they do take their time in picking a lot of these, high school kids, and there's so much that can, happen with that as well.
the most bizarre, the story of Matt Bush. He's still in the major leagues. I mean, here's a guy, I followed his career closely. I mean, and love him, hate him type of personality guy. He's turned something, but he was a first round draft pick. Yeah, he's still in the major leagues after a jail sentence, after everything that's gone on in his life. He's still found a way to, but he was supposed to be awesome, man.
Hey, Ramon, can I ask you a question real quick? So, with the league minimum being like 720,000, if you get called up for one game, do you automatically go to that league minimum salary for that game, or how does that work? Or do
I
you
think
stay
it
with,
probably. I know. I'd just be
you know how
guessing.
that works at all?
No, I'd just be guessing, but I think you got to get prorated on that.
I mean, because that's a big jump from getting what 30, 40,000 in AAA to
And no one makes one right. You're usually there for you get some money. You have to, right?
yeah. I was
And we
just
know
wondering
how
how that
important
works.
it is. I mean, it's not more than just making the major leagues when those, the manager calls you in and everybody gets, the whole team gathers around. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that, right? When you finally get the call. Okay, Nationals here and Cardinal. Mackenzie Gore. Are you showing that, Mindy? No,
Oh,
Trevor Williams. I'm showing Trevor
I
Williams.
didn't have anything down, so I came into this one blind.
Okay, I'm showing more Trevor Williams. I think. Let me see. I'm going to take a sneak peek at the odds service here, and yeah, uh, Trevor Williams. I'm showing the price in this one: $8.85, $1.90 or so for St. Louis, and the total is 9/20 or 9.5 under 20, somewhere in there.
Yeah, this one's going to be tough, for me because I know historically, uh, this Cardinals team they tend to score a lot of runs versus the Nationals. But I just think this price is too high today for me. So I am going to come back on the Nationals here on the run line. I kind of just feel like they're going to be able to hang in there. They score 4.6 runs a game. Cardinals 5.2. And again, these ERAs with starting pitchers here are pretty similar today. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Nationals here on the run line.
All right, Mindy, on the Nationals in this one, on the run line, and boy, this total's going up, 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 and I feel like that's the right direction. I think the Sharps are moving this one higher. Man, if it gets to 9.5, I bet I'm going to go 9/20. I'll go over. I'll just say 9.5 under 20, just to, you know, be fair about it, because it looks like it is going. It's teetering between some of the books between 9 over and 9.5 under. Bionic is gonna says maybe just take the Nats. How did I do that right?
Oh,
Nats. I don't know. Thomas is on the Nationals on the run line. You said money line or run line?
I took the run line for the
You did
Nationals.
take that run and a half. Okay, well.
Yeah, minus 140 or so.
Yeah, I mean, no reason for the car. I mean, these teams have similar records, right? Why would? Yeah, maybe Mikolas has been better than Trevor Williams. I'm showing Trevor Williams. Does anybody have anything else to say? I think I saw Mackenzie Gore originally. Trevor Williams is listed all over right now, so it's
Okay.
Trevor Williams. So okay, that's Nats run line. Did I get all these? Hope I got all these plays in. I might have skipped one, so maybe I showed it twice. But there you go. Oh, Politican had the Nats. Okay, I missed. Okay. Yeah, don't worry, Ziggy. The 2.5s are coming. Wait till another month or so here.
Right, when we
Month
get
or,
those huge numbers.
month or two. I feel like they're even gonna be crazier this year. Okay. So Mindy will take Washington run line. I don't want any.
Ah,
Not with
yeah.
the. What is the price though? Oh, still minus $1.30. Okay. Well, I think the Cardinals will. Anyways, I'll take the over in this
Cardinals will
one.
whoop them.
No, I don't. I don't think they necessarily will. Cardinals can't be trusted at this point. Like I said, almost the same record, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we know the Cardinals have been a huge disappointment. Even the Nats had low expectations. I'd say they have not even achieved their expectations. Not at 36-54. No one should expect that. I think the Nationals, even though they were going to be, very subpar, that's got to be big disappointment. Yankees and the Rockies, and we have Carlos Rodon making another start here against Austin Gomber. Also making another.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine actually. Gomber, Mindy, for all of his bad numbers, he still pulled off a profit so far this season. He's up like 3 units.
Really?
Or no, I don't want to know if it's happened. He's up. I know that.
Wow. I was not expecting that. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Only because he has that, I don't know, 10.13 ERA at home.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Yeah,
It's
mine's
still
not
profitable.
Mine's not split, but in general,
Yeah.
overall.
Hey, that's
But
good.
again, you got to find your spots for these dogs, I guess. What are you saying here?
Well, I don't think this is the spot for this dog. That's
Okay.
kind of what I'm thinking here today. I mean, the Rockies, they hit better at home, right? 270 compared to 230 on the road. The Yankees haven't been hitting much, but now suddenly they're in Coors Field. Maybe it'll help them out with a guy, like I said, that gives up 10 runs a game. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take the Yankees here on the run line.
All right, Mindy says take the Yankees, lay the 1.5, and I'm going to agree with Mindy here. I want to do that today. I think this price on the screen is even. I don't know. I'm seeing some bigger numbers than this, but look, probably going to have to lay about $1.40, I would think, on this run line, Mindy. But I'm gonna do it today
Cool.
with you in this one. Not much to say other than like I said, Gomber. He's found ways to be profitable.
I guess. I mean, that's the name of the game, isn't it? For us, anyway.
Won 3 straight starts, 3.5 ERA in those starts. Colorado is 10-4 in his last 14 starts. So he was very very bad in the beginning. He hasn't been much better. Well, he's been those last few starts pretty good, pretty darn good. So, but he's found a way to be profitable because of that streak of wins. Still, Colorado's lost 17 of 22. Yankees faded into the break, but we'll see. Rodon gave up 2 runs in that first start, you said. So, take the Yankees here, lay the 1.5. That's our premium consensus pick for that one. And Dre's on it. Bionic wants the Yankees. Thomas says go over. Ziggy will lay 2.5. It's mostly all about the Yankees, but Solo says, of course, take the money line. Solo. All right. Astros and Angels. Talk about Ohtani. And Ohtani here, $1.50. The total is really on the move here big time. Some reported steam came in, and now it's 8 over 30. 8 over 30. So pretty big flip-flop on this total. Juice to the over now.
All right. Well, I mean, for me, I just think that it's the Astros that kind of made their move here before the All-Star break. And I think they're going to be kind of rolling into this one, even though they're going up against Otani. I just kind of feel like the Angels bats have kind of been non-existent, only four and a half runs a game here, but they allow over 5 runs a game here on defense. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and take this Houston Astros team, getting some plus money today. At home, I'm going to take, or no, on the road, I'm taking the Astros.
All right, Mindy going against Otani. Okay. Well, maybe this is a spot for the Astro. We already said the Angels. I think it was one of the last comments that we made, or I made, or you chuckled at, where before the vacation was, oh no, is this where the Angels start to go downhill? Because of Padres, that's what it was. Because the Padres look, took care of it, and all of a sudden the Angels now are in a little bit of a slump. They lost 3 of their last 4 going into the break, and not looking that great. So maybe the spot price is probably too high. I don't know. I'm gonna probably be on the total in this one. If it's gonna go up, I'm gonna look to see if there's any 8.5s, just so I can mention it. I'll take under 8 for sure, but you might even be able to get 8.5, like you can at one particular online book, and also at the Downtown Sharp book here in Vegas has moved to 8.5. I don't usually like to go against those guys, but I am here, and I will take the under in this one. Mindy on the Astros. I'll take the under here. I'm gonna fade that steam a little bit. And the Astros went under in 7 of their last 10 games before the break. Ziggy's on the under with me. Thomas, I'm starting to become more and more perplexed. Ziggy, some news there, Yankees firing the hitting coach. Was trying to think about Otani. They're in a real, I think I have actually said it on the air, they're in a real predicament. I don't know how you can maneuver this and get any real value. I mean, as valuable as he is, yeah, you get something, but just would just be too bad if you somehow couldn't look. Okay, Dodgers, whatever, Yankees are always going to say that, just like they have the last couple of days for Otani. Why can't the Angels just, loyalty? I don't know. There's butterscotch.
Good morning.
JD says Bovada has 8.5. So I will go under, and Mindy takes Houston in this one. Because, the Angels, Mindy, they're only 500. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to go on a tear.
No, they're not.
So we'll see. That's going to be one of the most intriguing things about the season moving forward is the dilemma of Otani.
I always feel like it's more Ben Trout. Like he's the guy that's been out the last 4 seasons. He has these big stints on the IL, and I feel like that's kind of most of it is he's a big part of that offense, and when he's out there, it's just not the same.
Yeah, but have they ever really put together a playoff caliber starting rotation, and in any of these,
right? True.
Any of these years, they've tried. Look, they brought in
Weaver, stuff like that. I mean,
oh God, I'm right. I mean,
15 years ago.
No, that's a problem. Okay, Twins and Athletics here. I think Blackburn is the starter. I don't know if it's even listed at some of the books, and I don't even know if this line has been out yet. So I don't even know if this total is going to be right necessarily, Mindy. I just don't have a good number on this one. But I've got to figure the Twins are going to be a pretty big favorite nonetheless. Anybody got anything, let me know. But Mindy, you can go ahead and break this one down, and there'll be more information later. Blackburn, I'm pretty confident, will be the starter. I think that's what Tony said. That's what most people have alluded to. And I think the books haven't necessarily listed it yet. Go ahead.
Well, I think here with the Twins, they just fell out of first place, so they've fallen behind again a little bit against Cleveland. So I think now they got to go ahead and make their run. And this is a perfect time here to do it versus this A's team. They have won the last 6 versus the A's. They've swept them. I think it's going to happen again here today. I'm taking the Twins on the run line.
All right, Ron's going to take the Twins first 5 on the run line. Mindy's going to lay it here against the Athletics. Lay a run and a half. Boy, just don't. Wish I knew the line. I wish I knew the total.
I mean, the Twins just swept, those Kansas City Royals, and the Royals and the A's are, pretty similar teams.
No, I agree, and the A's have, Solo. Solo's on the A's money line.
Right.
Luis is on the A's.
Luis, I know.
Twins are 190, so okay. I just wish I knew the total.
Right.
I just put that up there because that's what I think. That's my best guess right now, and I'm not even sure. I mean, it might be 8. Maybe it's 8.5 under 20. Maybe it's 8 over. No, it's not gonna be 8 over. It's not gonna be 9, is it? Okay. Well, Twins should. God, they can't cover this run line. Okay. Take the under in this one, Mindy. I don't even know what the total is going to be, but I'm going to go under whatever it is.
Ramon
is just make crazy picks on the show. You guys can come in here tomorrow and say, Ramon, well, that was terrible. You're just guessing at this. Yeah, pretty much. Just a guess on that one. No, I like the under. Just more concerned of what the actual number. No, it's not, Ziggy. Come on. Total's not 6.5 in this game. All right. I'm not under 6.5, you guys, if it is.
Right.
If you got some rogue line out there that says 6.5, I'm willing to. I'll take the over, and that's going to be a premium for sure. If it's 7, it's a premium. If it's 7.5, it's a premium. No, yeah, probably over. I'd be over anything. Any 7.5 or under, Mindy, and my pick is void, and I'm going over in a premium. And if anybody wants to call me out on it, I'll say, go back and look at the video. I explained exactly what. Because actually, when we make premium plays, yeah, you want to be right by at least a run or 2 or 3 because you made a premium play. But these margins are very, very thin, quite frankly. And what could be an over at 8. You might find yourself thinking under at 9. Not always, because you might think I love the offenses or whatever. So, all right. Solo says take the dog. Right now I'm on the under. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to see. None of my books that I have available have it. So thanks, you guys. Okay, Minnie, last game. We're done. Tigers and Mariners. Hey, if you're looking for some, I don't know. Look, it's still Luis Castillo. You have Eduardo. Yeah, maybe the numbers are good, but he's been up and down. I mean, he hasn't pitched, all season. So all of a sudden, I don't know, is Eduardo starting to feel the problem? Is he getting fatigued all of a sudden, coming in late off an injury? Because he struggled of late. And Castillo, the comforts of home, maybe he'll be better.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps, right? He does probably, pitch a little bit better at home than his overall stats show. But these two pitchers statistically match up quite well. I know you talked about Eduardo's struggles there a little bit, but then you're going up against the Mariners team that, again, I feel like has been struggling at the plate, only averaging 4 runs a game. Tigers 3.84. I think it's kind of the slimmest of margins here today. I expect a good pitching performance by both. I'm going to go ahead and take the under.
All right, Mindy says go under in this one at 7 over 25. I'm going to take the I do lean to the under in this game, man, but that is really close. Yeah.
I'm sure you're taking under against the A's.
Well, right? I just talked about razor thin margins. I mean, look, I mean, yeah, both guys have very solid ERAs. They did not perform well into the break. Hey, sometimes that happens and you get a second win. Here we go. Seattle's hot. They've won 7 of their last 9. Hey, let me see. I'm going to look at the odds screen here real quick. No, they're all 7 overs. There's no 7.5s. In fact, this 7 over 25 is like the juiciest price out there.
The juiciest.
Mostly, well, because for the under, right? Because of most of them, I'm showing a 7 over 15 and 7 over 20. And the one book that I used for the show, just one sharp book that I choose, not the sharpest book in the world, and that was no disrespect to Tony. I actually chose a different book so we'd have a little bit of different representation within the shows. So ours is early, anyways.
Right.
So in this one, Mindy, I'm going to take the Tigers on the run line plus a 1.5, and Mindy will be on the under here. I lean under. I'm not going to put us through the misery of let's give out 2 plays. I want to give Detroit a chance here at a price that, well, quite frankly, is not quite where I was hoping. Maybe the Mariners would be $2, and I would like it a little bit better. Who else is on the Tigers with me? Anybody? Here is Luis on Seattle run line. Yeah, look, these guys are going crazy with that 6.5. I promise you, guys. You don't need me to tell you. I would say, I would take a bet right now on the over. I'm not disrespectful. I'm saying you guys have it available on your book. I would say bet the over. If you didn't like it, you will be able to get a better price later. It just seems so bizarre that.
Right. It does seem bizarre.
Yeah. Okay, let's get back to this game. I believe you guys. None of my books that I can actually type in a little way, but again, I'm in Nevada, so in the books, maybe you're talking about as DraftKings or whatever. Hit it now. Let's get it. Let's get this. I don't feel I could be wrong to place a big weight, but you don't want to get people say, "Hey, how come I got banned?" Well, remember that day they put up that bad number at 6.5, and we hit it for the max 10 times, and then when we wanted to pay them out, they got all pissed and said, "Hey, that was a bad line. Everybody knew it." That's why people get banned a lot of time. Okay,